Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, Dayton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video, pag-usapan naman natin ang mga travel requirements for former Filipinos na uwi ng Pilipinas or paalis man ng Pilipinas para sa buwan ng Agosto 2025. Details coming right. Hello kabayan! Pagpasensyahan nyo na kung medyo hindi tayo nakaka-post ng mga travel updates to and from the Philippines for this particular category. Medyo busy talaga tayo. Simula nang bumalik yung mga bata sa eskwelahan, may mga doctor's appointment, may mga errands to do on a daily basis, kaya hindi tayo nakakapag-update. So eto, mag-update tayo para sa buwan ng Agosto, para sa mga babayan nating mga former Filipino. Doon sa mga baguhan sa channel ko, welcome. At doon naman sa mga kababayan nating hindi pa alam kung ano ang mga former Filipino, eto ba yung mga Filipino citizen na nag-abroad, nag-naturalized abroad, pero hindi sila nag-apply for dual citizenship. So, they are under the former Filipinos category under foreign nationals. So, ito yung mga kababayan nating hindi nag-retain ng kanilang Filipino citizenship, which is completely okay naman. Wala namang problema doon if you remain as a former Filipino. So, ito na yung mga travel requirements ninyo para sa buwang ito ng Agosto 2025. So, hindi naman ganun kadami na ang mga travel requirements para sa mga former Filipino. Ang pinakauna dyan is yung inyong mga foreign passport. Ang importante dyan sa inyong mga foreign passport is valid. I-check ninyo kung may 6 months or more pa ba ang validity ng inyong mga passport, kasi kung less than 6 months yan, kabayan, denied for boarding yan para sa inyong boarding process. Kaya, i-check ng maigi bago pa man mag-book ng ticket. Sa ticket, importante din. So, ang isa sa mga perks bilang isang former Filipino, sa ticket, pwede kayong bumiyahin ng one-way ticket. Ano, may ibang airline na hinihingan kayo ng visa or other things, which is their protocol kasi foreign passport kayo. Yung nangyayari kasi, for example, one-way ticket lang yung binili ninyo. Pag scan nila yan, so walang return, magpa-pop up yung mga travel requirements for this particular destination, the Philippines. So, andun yung visa, at meron din doon yung old Philippine passport niyo kung available pa, kung hindi pa nawala or hindi pa na-surrender during your naturalization. Kung hindi naman available, pwede yung Philippine birth certificate ninyo. Yung galing sa PSA or formerly NSO. Huwag kayo mag-alala kabayan kung nawala na yon kasi you can request a copy online. So yes, pwede ka nang mag-request ng inyong mga Philippine birth certificate online. May mga naririnig din ako from other kababayans who are former Filipino kung may mga Philippine identification sila. Pwede din yon ino-honor ng airline. And yung balikbayan stamp on your passport, kung pabalik-balik ka na ng Pilipinas, ino-honor din yun ng airline. It's just that you need to prove that you are a former Filipino by those documents that I have mentioned. Kasi kung wala yun, may mga instances na for example, may round-trip ticket sila, pero more than 30 days, ang ginagawa ng mga airline, pinaparebook nila into 30 days lang or wala talaga, denied boarding sila. Kaya importante na alam ninyo ang rules na ganyan as a former Filipino. Sa e-travel, unfortunately, yes, it's still required para sa buwang ito. Alam ko, may video tayong pinalabas that they're going to replace it with a different program. And unfortunately, it hasn't been implemented. And until then, e-travel is still required. So for former Filipinos, required ang e-travel going to the Philippines because you're a foreign passport holder. So if you are hearing this for the first time, you have to create an account. Mag-create kayo ng account sa etravel.gov.ph. Libre po yun, 100% free. Then you can generate the QR code. Save your QR code kasi kailangan niyang i-scan before you exit the airport. When you depart the Philippines, e-travel is no longer required for foreign passport holder kasi required na lang ito for Philippine passport. So, hindi nyo na kailangang mag-register when departing. Please take note, when departing. Sa arrival ninyo sa Pilipinas, required pa rin ang e-travel. Kung bumabiyahe man kayo with your foreign spouse or foreign kids as former Filipino, the Balikbayan program is extended to your family, extended to your spouse and kids. They may require proof of filiation. So if you are traveling with your foreign spouse, that's your marriage certificate. And if you're traveling with your foreign kids, that's your birth certificate. So it wouldn't hurt if you give the immigration officer a heads up that, sir, we are availing for the Balikbayan privilege para matatakan kayo ng 1-year visa. Libre yun ha, wala yung bayad. Kasi may mga ibang immigration officer, they would give it to you automatically. May iba naman na nanghihingi ng proof dahil ng sinabi ko, marriage certificate or birth certificate ng mga bata kung you are traveling as a family. And it's really important that you guys are traveling together and you get processed together kasi may nangyari na yan na si foreign husband was lining up on the foreign passport lane, si wife na Filipino was lining up on the Philippine passport lane, hindi nabigyan si asawa ng 1-year visa. So it's important that you guys are processed together sa immigration. So give them a heads up and be prepared of the documentation that they may ask during your process. So, ito na lang talaga ang mga pinaka-importanting travel requirements for former Filipino. If you have those 3, you're good to go to travel to the Philippines. Kasi yung mga ibang extra, yung travel tax, yung exit clearance, hindi naman yun nag-i-implement. Hindi naman yun nag-i-implement, especially if your stay in the Philippines is short term. So, yung exit clearance, hindi naman yun nag-a-apply for former Filipinos, even your foreign spouse, especially if you guys are admitted under the Balikbayan privilege. Hindi nagre-require ang Bureau of Immigration na kahit na nagstay kayo for 6 months. Kasi ganun yun sa foreign nationals category. But you guys are in a different category, the Balikbayan privilege. So, hindi nire-require ang exit clearance even if you have stayed up to 1 year in the Philippines. Sa travel tax naman, like I said, if you have stayed less than 1 year in the Philippines, wala kang dapat babayaran as a former Filipino. So, tandaan lang yun mga kabayan. Yung travel insurance, that's optional. That's really up to you. Yung mga vaccination, ganyan, hindi naman na hinahanap. So, it's very easy to go home to the Philippines now with these 3 main documents that I have mentioned. Plane ticket, passport, e-travel. If you have those, then you're golden. So, i-prepare lang yun, kabayan, for your trip to the Philippines or your departure from the Philippines for this month of August 2025. At para naman doon sa ating mga kababayang kauwi lang, baka pwede nyo namang i-share yung inyong experience. Smooth ba? Konti na lang ba yung hinihingi nilang mga travel requirements when you are traveling to and from the Philippines? Under this category, former Filipinos, kung maaari nyong i-share sa ating comment section para mabigyan natin ang ating mga kababayan ng heads up on what's going on, what's the requirements that they are still asking, I really appreciate it. So, this is the latest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Kung kayo man po ay may mga katanungan, maaari lang pong mag-comment sa video ito at sasagutin po natin yan sa abot ng ating mga kaya. Muli kabayan, ako nagpapasalamat at naway ang inyong biyaheng pamuntang Pilipinas man or paalis ay maging smooth, hassle-free at stress-free. Magkita-kita po tayo sa ating susunod na travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.